Scientists studied exactly how owners pet their cats, and what they found should concern every cat owner. The way most people pet their cats is not neutral. It is actively teaching the cat's nervous system to brace for your touch, not in dramatic ways. In tiny, invisible ways that build up over months and years until one day you reach for your cat and they move away, and you have no idea why. There are 5 specific mistakes almost every owner makes. And the last one, the greeting ritual, is something your cat performs with every cat they trust, every single time, without exception. They have been waiting for you to do it back. Most owners go their entire lives never knowing it exists. Scientists studied exactly how cat owners pet their cats, and what they found should concern you. The way most people pet their cats is not neutral. It is not harmless. It is actively teaching your cat's nervous system to associate your touch with something to brace for, not something to lean into, not dramatically. Not in ways you would notice day to day. In tiny, invisible ways that accumulate over months and years. Until one day you reach for your cat, and they shift away. Or they let you pet them, but their body stays tense. Or the sessions that used to last 10 minutes now last 2. And you have no idea what changed. Nothing dramatic happened. You just kept making the same 5 mistakes, the ones almost every owner makes, without ever knowing they were mistakes at all. Today we go through all 5. Each one has a fix so simple it will frustrate you that nobody told you sooner. And the last one, the greeting ritual, is the one your cat has been waiting for you to learn since the day they met you. They perform it with every cat they trust. Every single time. Without exception, most owners go their entire lives never knowing it exists. Your cat lifts their back, and the moment your hand approaches their lower spine, you read it as enthusiasm, an invitation. So you keep scratching right above the tail, and for a few seconds it genuinely looks like bliss. Then the tail starts twitching. The skin ripples. They spin around and bite your hand. Here is what actually happened. That patch of skin above the tail base is one of the most nerve-dense areas on your cat's entire body. When you scratch it, you are not delivering a pleasant sensation. You are firing a flood of simultaneous nerve signals their system has to process all at once. For the first few seconds, it registers as good. Past that threshold, it tips into what researchers call petting-induced overstimulation. At that point, the brain cannot reliably distinguish between pleasure and threat. The bite is not aggression. It is a nervous system that has been pushed past its processing limit and is responding the only way it knows how. And the lifted hindquarters, that is not a request. That is a reflex. Kittens lift their hindquarters when their mother grooms them. It is wired in before they ever meet you. When your cat raises up, they are responding to an automatic nerve signal, the same way your leg kicks when a doctor taps your knee. They are not asking for more, doctor. Sarah Ellis at the University of Lincoln led a study testing cat responses across 8 body areas. The tail base consistently produced the most negative reactions of any area tested. The data is not ambiguous. The fix: stay away from the tail base unless your cat specifically presents it. And even then, a few seconds maximum. The moment the tail begins to twitch, your hand stops. That is not rejection. That is your cat trusting you enough to tell you when they have had enough. Quick pats on the head. A few firm taps on the side. It feels playful. Affectionate. Your cat sits there and takes it, so you assume it is fine. Sitting there and taking it is not the same as enjoying it. Dogs evolved as pack animals with rough physical play built into how they bond. A firm pat mimics contact they would get from other dogs. Their nervous system reads it as social, energetic, positive. Cats are built entirely differently. When cats touch each other affectionately, it is through slow, sustained contact. They press. They rub. They lean. Their entire touch language is built around steady pressure, not impact. When you pat your cat, even gently, their nerves register each tap as a small startle. They do not flinch outwardly because they have learned you are not a threat. But internally, their body is bracing on every downstroke. Over weeks and months, this is one of the primary reasons cats begin ducking away when hands move toward their head. Their body learned to anticipate the impact before it arrives. The same University of Lincoln study found that cats responded most positively to slow, sustained contact around the cheeks, chin, and forehead, areas densely packed with scent glands. Patting does not exist anywhere in their natural touch vocabulary. Regardless of how gentle you are, it always reads as foreign. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Replace the pat with a press. Rest your fingers against their cheek and let them push into your hand. Run a slow, flat palm down their back once and pause. You will feel their body change almost immediately. The bracing stops. They lean in. That is what enjoying your touch actually looks like. They are curled up, eyes shut, completely relaxed. You walk past and give them a small stroke. It feels like the most harmless thing in the world. It is not harmless. Sleep is the most vulnerable state your cat ever enters. In nature, a sleeping cat is an exposed cat. Every part of their biology is built around this reality. So, when your cat finally closes their eyes in your home, they are not simply napping. They are making a decision. They are telling their own nervous system, this place is safe enough to shut down. That is the deepest form of trust they are capable of offering. When you touch them mid-sleep, their system was fully powered down, and your hand just forced it into emergency mode. Heart rate spikes. Muscles tense. Pupils blow wide. Even when they see it as you and settle back down, the neurological event already happened. Their brain logged it. I was unconscious and something touched me. Do this repeatedly, and your cat stops entering deep sleep around you. They will nap. But that full body, side exposed, completely surrendered sleep, that starts disappearing. And most owners never connect the two. Cats need uninterrupted sleep cycles to regulate mood, immune function, and stress response. When those cycles keep getting broken by a well-meaning hand, your cat becomes more reactive and harder to read. Not because something is wrong with them, because they are chronically understressed in the one place they are supposed to feel completely safe. The rule costs you nothing. If your cat is asleep, admire them from a distance. Let them wake on their own. Let them come to you. The interaction you get from a fully rested cat who chose to approach will be worth more than any mid-sleep stroke. It is going well. Really well. So you bring in the second hand, both hands on the cheeks, or one at the chin while the other strokes down the back. Double the love, right? They freeze. Ears shift. Within seconds they are gone. You are sitting there with two empty hands wondering what happened. Here is what happened. For most cats, especially any cat still building trust with you, being touched from both sides simultaneously does not feel like more affection. It feels like losing their exit. It does not matter that your hands are gentle. What matters is that their body is now enclosed. And the moment that registers, every positive feeling they had about the interaction gets overwritten by one primal signal: I cannot leave. A research study from Nottingham-Trent University, led by Dr. Lauren Finkler, found that giving cats choice and control during physical interaction made them significantly less aggressive and significantly more affectionate. The moment that control is removed, which is exactly what two hands landing on a cat's body does, the interaction stops being a bonding experience and becomes something they need to endure. Even between two cats who are deeply bonded, one grooming the other, the receiver always has room to stand up and walk away. That option never disappears between cats who trust each other. The fix: one hand. Always leave the other side of their body free. Let them have their exit. The cat who knows they can leave is the cat who chooses to stay. Every single time you walk up to your cat and reach down to pet them, before they have had any say, your cat's brain runs the same assessment. Is this safe? It does not matter how many years you have lived together. It does not matter that you have never hurt them. Every approach, every time, their nervous system performs a threat evaluation before your hand lands. Most owners never know this. And most owners never know that their cat has a solution for it, a ritual they have been performing their entire life with every cat they trust, that completely bypasses that threat assessment and replaces it with something else. Here is what it is. When two bonded cats meet, they do not simply walk up and start grooming each other. They approach slowly. They stop at a short distance. They extend their nose forward. The other cat meets them halfway. They touch noses. They exchange scent. And only after that mutual check-in does any physical contact begin. Every time. No exceptions. It is not a preference. It is hardwired into how cats establish that an interaction is safe before it starts. Your cat has been doing this their entire life. With every cat they trust. Every single greeting. They have been waiting without being able to tell you for you to do it back. The human version is so simple, it will almost feel too easy. Next time you approach your cat, before you reach down to pet them, extend one hand slowly and hold it still a few inches from their face. That is it. Do not move it. Do not wiggle your fingers. Just hold it there and wait. What happens next tells you everything. If your cat leans forward and bumps your hand with their nose, or presses their cheek into your fingers, that is a yes. That is them completing the greeting on their terms. Now you can pet them. And the entire interaction begins from a place of consent instead of assumption. If they sniff and pull back, or simply look away, that is a no. Not forever. Just right now. And respecting that answer is the single fastest way to make your cat trust your hands more tomorrow than they do today. Here is what most owners never realize about this ritual. The cats who refuse your hand one day and press into it the next are not being inconsistent. They're being honest. And the owner who learns to read that honesty, who extends a hand and waits without pressure, is the owner whose cat eventually stops pulling back at all. Because trust is not built in the big moments. It is built in exactly this one. The small, repeated, daily choice to ask instead of assume. Your cat has been performing this greeting their entire life. They know exactly what it means when another creature respects it. Now you do too. 5 mistakes. All of them common. All of them fixable. All of them quiet enough that most owners make them for years without ever connecting them to the distance they feel growing between themselves and their cat. The tail base that tips into overstimulation. The pat that lands as a startle. The mid-sleep touch that breaks the deepest trust they offer. The 2 hands that take away the exit. And the greeting they have been waiting for you to learn since the day you met. None of these require you to be a different person. None of them require more time or more effort. They require one thing, knowing what your hands are actually saying. Because your cat has been responding to your touch their entire life with complete honesty. Every lean in was a yes. Every shift away was a no. Every session that ended too soon was a signal you did not have the vocabulary to read yet. You have it now. Go find your cat. Extend your hand. Hold it still. And wait. If this changed how you see your hands around your cat, hit like. Share it with every cat owner you know, because most of them are making these mistakes right now without knowing it. Subscribe, because next time, we cover the 5 things your cat does with their eyes that most owners completely misread.